The arrival and initial discovery something just entered our solar system. But it didn't knock. It didn't flare. It didn't explode. It moved quietly, almost imperceptibly, slipping through the void with impossible precision. And impossibly fast. At first, astronomers assumed it was just another icy rock. A lonely fragment drifting along the edges of deep space. But the more they observed it, the more it defied every known rule of celestial mechanics. Every law that governs comets, asteroids, and interstellar wanderers. Now, this object has been given a name, 3E Atlas. Its final transmission has left the scientific community frozen, grappling with a reality that seems stranger than fiction. What they discovered is not merely strange. It is impossible. Some experts have begun whispering theories that others are too afraid to voice. This object may not be natural. And if that is true, the implications are profound. When 3E Atlas was first spotted in June by the Atlas Observatory, a system designed to detect potentially hazardous objects approaching Earth, it barely registered as unusual. It was distant. Dim. Moving fast. Almost too fast to track properly. But then, something changed. An amateur astronomer, digging through archived telescope images, realized that this wasn't the object's first appearance. Older images revealed something astonishing. 3E Atlas had been moving on a hyperbolic trajectory, a path unmistakably characteristic of interstellar objects. Only two other visitors like this had ever been observed, Oumuamua in 2017 and Boris. Both captured global fascination. But 3E Atlas was different. Its velocity was extraordinary. Over 150,000 miles per hour, accelerating in ways that could not be explained by gravity alone. Red flags immediately went up in the astrophysics community. Non-gravitational acceleration suggests that something else is at work. Something internal. Something propelling the object, like artificial propulsion. Not random motion, but controlled, purposeful movement. A behavior more consistent with a probe, or a message. To understand why this discovery matters, we must look back. In 2017, Oumuamua slashed through the solar system at a sharp angle. Elongated. Silent. No tail. No outgassing. Yet it accelerated in ways that defied expectations. Avi Loeb, the Harvard astrophysicist who proposed the probe theory for Oumuamua, is now suggesting the same possibility for 3E Atlas. Unlike Oumuamua, which appeared and disappeared almost immediately, this object is lingering. It is giving us time. Time to observe. And what astronomers are finding is deeply unsettling. Despite being nearly 4 times farther from the Sun than Earth, 3E Atlas shines unusually brightly. Far too brightly for an object of its size. If it were a typical rocky body, it would have to be at least 20 kilometers wide to reflect that much light. But estimates of its mass do not support this. Instead, it reflects light in a manner that suggests something artificial. A metallic sheen. A smooth, engineered surface. As scientists tracked its motion, more anomalies became clear. It didn't tumble like a typical asteroid. It didn't shed material like a comet. It moved steadily. Purposefully. Almost as if it knew exactly where it was going. Researchers quickly called for a deeper examination. Who better to scrutinize this enigma than the James Webb Space Telescope? The most powerful instrument ever aimed at the cosmos. Rapid analysis was requested using Webb's infrared sensors. The goal? To understand what 3E Atlas is truly made of. The results were immediate. Bizarre. 3E Atlas emitted none of the expected heat signatures of a comet or asteroid. Its temperature remained unnaturally stable. Certain spectral bands were completely absent, as if materials were absorbing or shielding infrared radiation. And then came the most shocking revelation. The telescope detected a repeating pattern in the object's faint radio emissions. Not in light. Not a conventional signal. But a pulsing anomaly. Not regular enough to be a beacon. Not random enough to be mere noise. Scientists described it as unnatural. A signature that does not appear in natural interstellar objects. It was deliberate. Purposeful. No one said it outright, but everyone began thinking the same thing. This object may not belong to the natural universe. The signals and ominous truth. 3E Atlas didn't behave like any comet or asteroid. Its path seemed deliberate. Almost intentional. Initially heading to the outer planets, it subtly shifted course toward the inner solar system. Toward the Sun. Closest approach to Mars, October 3, 2025. Closest to the Sunday, October 23, twice Earth's distance. Earth remains safe, for now. By December 2025, it will cross near Earth's orbit. Not to collide, but to pass. James Webb revealed something extraordinary. Faint radio pulses. Not random. Deliberate. Analyses in Japan and France found repeating intervals. Prime numbers. Fibonacci sequences. Even Earth-based time units. Some intervals matched seconds and minutes. Suggesting an internal clock, not ours. A physicist in Prague noticed a chilling pattern. Intervals matched orbital resonance ratios of Jupiter's moons. Why would an interstellar object know our solar system, unless it had been observing it for far longer than imagined? Infrared images showed shape-shifting reflections. Some suggested tumbling. Others suspected ultra-thin surfaces like solar sails, adjusting for movement. It may not need propulsion. The stars could provide thrust. And it decelerates deliberately near the planetary plane. Then came silence. Observatories stopped updating its position. Websites went offline. Forums and data posts vanished. Even an astronomer deleted her account. The silence was impossible to ignore. Journalists were told, "No comment." A researcher admitted off record, "It feels less like an embargo, more like containment." But of what? A threat? A discovery? Contact? 3E Atlas glided onward. Not blazing. Not explosive. Patient. Precise. As if it knew the cosmic landscape. Spectroscopy revealed another shock. A rare isotope, unknown in natural space, known only from Earth-based fusion. It shouldn't exist here. Either physics is wrong, or it was engineered beyond our knowledge. Compared to Oumuamua, acceleration without outgassing. Unexplained brightness. But now it broadcasts. Cryptically. Subtly. SETI documents leaked. Signal flagged months before Webb data went public. Why wasn't the world told? Fear of panic? Or unpreparedness? Pulse timing revealed geometric ratios. 3D models suggested an engineered structure. A framework. A receiver. Focused energy. The message was the object itself. A delivery of knowledge. Perhaps instructions. For us. Then, the pulses stopped. Silence. No acceleration. No course change. Stillness. Yet the silence felt controlled. Deliberate. A probe assessing human response. Curiosity. Fear. Digital footprints. Some bioastronomers suggested pulses mimic amino acid frequencies. Glycine. Could 3D Atlas be sending genetic instructions? An experimental AI generated proto-language symbols. Too complex to be random. Logic loops suggested feedback from intelligence. 3D Atlas might not just be intelligent. It might be intelligence itself. A lost Kuiper belt probe recorded a matching spike. Telemetry drifted. Final image. A faint, angular shadow. Artificial. We may have misread everything. 3D Atlas wasn't just a visitor. It was a test. A probe measuring humans. Our science. Curiosity. Fear. Now, drifting closer, its signal fades. Purpose unknown. We may have witnessed something precise. Ancient. Never meant to be found, or found only now. It never changed course. Never responded. It watched. Measured. Echoed. Leaving anomalies science cannot yet decode. The final question. What if the transmission wasn't for scientists, computers, or satellites, but for minds able to understand it directly? Perhaps, the message was meant for us. And if so, this is only the beginning.